Hello friends, this is Kalyan from Parivartan. So this is the fifth video in the series how to prepare for UPSC essay. Today I want to discuss about how to choose a topic in UPSC exam hall, because in general when we practice one or two essays at a time, but in the real exam hall you have four questions, four in part A, four in part B. You have to decide one, and mostly part A is philosophical or part B is philosophical, then part B is subject wise. So you have to pick a subject which will help you get anything from 145 to 150 or above 150 plus. Now why topic selection is such a huge problem? Because sometimes aspirants will make the mistake assuming if everybody will pick up the same topic, I may not get good scores. So there are a lot of things that will run into the mind of the fresh new aspirant who is going into the mains hall without lot of preparation. So please observe very carefully. The target here is to get into the service. So clearing prelims or mains is not a achievement. Getting into the service is some kind of achievement, because 99% success is not success in UPSC. So please keep in mind, every step you take, every decision you make will have long term ramifications, and you should not have a guilt that I should have given my 100%. Now the most common mistake people do is take something unique, hatke, and try to showcase their unique talent. I am not saying it's a wrong approach, or I am saying it's a crime. It's a risky thing. If your decision is only uniqueness, or if you are choosing a topic only because it will showcase you as a unique person, that is not a wise strategy. But if you are picking up a topic because you have a lot of confidence in the topic, you understand the dimensions of the topic, and you have a lot of clarity, and then you have quality dimension. If these are the parameters on which you are choosing a topic, you are doing fine. I will tell you an example. Most aspirants will prepare women empowerment, right? But in UPSC what will happen? The essay will be on women empowerment will lead to nation development. So a question has been linked from society plus economy. Now the moment I see women empowerment, I have collected some material, I have mugged it up. So I have decided without second thought that I will write this particular essay. Why? I know the term women empowerment. Now is the question asking about women empowerment, or how women empowerment will lead to nation development? If you write about only the problems of women, the issues, sexual harassment and all these things, it is not going to get you a good score, because the essence is to link women empowerment into nation development, and how solving sexual harassment and other problems will lead to nation development. So nation development and women empowerment should go hand in hand in this essay. So are you having that confidence, the content, the clarity and the dimensions? If yes, then you can choose that particular topic. If there is some next topic which sounds very difficult, but you actually have all these things, then you should pick up that particular topic. Now what do I mean by a base camp approach? Let's say you are climbing a mountain, right? You are supposed to reach X from point Y. It's if you are full of energy, you might assume on day one, if I start here, immediately I will reach X overnight. But in reality, after climbing some time, you will realize it's a huge task. So essay is also the same thing. On day one, if you start writing essay, if you aim for 130, that's a fantastic score. In any mock on any given day, no matter who is evaluating your paper, if you get not less than 130, then your essay writing skills are fantastic. Please keep that in mind. Then you can target for 150 plus. Okay. Now what do I mean by quality of dimensions? As I have mentioned, for this example, women empowerment and nation development, you need to write about 5 or 6 dimensions. You cannot take sexual harassment as one example or as one dimension and write sexual harassment at home, sexual harassment at work, sexual harassment in the transport, sexual harassment in some other place. So one dimension, 4 examples is not going to work. Sexual harassment is one dimension, patriarchy is one dimension, empowerment, or logistics. So you have to bring in dimensionality and then convince the examiner this I have a good idea that how I can link women empowerment and nation development. So the most common mistake is people assume that they have multiple examples. So examples are not dimensions. Please remember, more examples are not equal to dimensions. One dimension, multiple examples is the most common mistake I see in essay papers, right? Next, you have read one article or a book, right? and you have finalized that I will take up this particular topic. Please again remember, it's a very risky thing. By just reading one article, do you think you have enough content, quality and clarity? If it's an essay like 25-30 pages and you have a holistic understanding, probably you can approach that essay. But just because you read one newspaper article and you think you can write an entire essay, that is not going to work out, right? See, all these are rookie mistakes, all these are beginner mistakes. So I'm not saying seniors will do the same, but it's wise and it's suggested to keep these things in the mind. All you know is one quote and you want to write an essay based on that, that is also not at all suggested, right? Again remember, these may not make sense immediately, but once you start writing, you will remember all these points, because you will do the same things. You will do one dimension, multiple examples. You cannot recollect more than one or two quotes, I'm saying you think you can elaborate on that particular quote. So that is what I meant here. Next, what is the best way forward? Writing mocks regularly will help you. So if you have recently prepared or wrote a similar topic, you will have more content, more clarity, right? So that is why writing the mock test will help you. Next, it also gives you a open-mindedness. That means you can explore the world in a much broader fashion. So the more essay topics you at least brainstorm, the better your real essay will be, right? It also depends on your GS preparation. So how well have you prepared your GS paper? For example, simple, let's say, be the change you wish to see in the world, right? So you have GS paper 1, 2, 3 and 4. In paper 1 you have post-independence consolidation, modern Indian history, right? Art and culture, geography, society. Paper 2, governance, polity, constitution, IR, internal security, disaster management, economy, environment and biodiversity, right? Science and tech, ethics, integrity and aptitude. Now be the change you wish to see in the world. You are not getting any dimensions. What will you do? You think about, is there any example from post independence consolidation? Be the change you wish to see in the world. Probably I want to see something on the lines of moral exemplars. For example, Lal Bahadur Shastri. So I want to see more honest examples. So he was the change he wanted to see in the world by bringing in good quality politicians. So modern Indian history, can you think of an example? Art and culture, if an example, fine. No, it's also fine. Geography, right? Society, for example, India has accepted the international judgments related to the border issues with Bangladesh or water boundary issues with Bangladesh, and we have accepted that judgment, right? So our geographical relations, our geographical dimensions have changed in a way, right? You can link it to IR also, but the thing is, we respect international institutions. You can link it to polity also, but the thing is, India is the change it wishes to see in the world. Unlike China, we are not disrespecting the international institutions. That is the change I want to see, right? At society level, I don't want to see caste, I don't want to see communalism. So these are the changes I want to see. So be the change you wish to see. So that means when you don't get any dimension, or when you are not clear, your quality of GS preparation, the more strong you are in GS, automatically the more the linkages you can make. Now think of governance, constitution, IR, internal security, can we think of any change? Disaster management, can we think of any change? See, it's not compulsory that you have to link it to every dimension. It will be like 20-25 dimensions. The thing is, you have to pick up 10 quality dimensions, right? So the quality of GS will also decide the topic you are going to choose. Next, preferably BU approach. That means most of the times we try to emulate someone, or we have read a topper's copy and we want to just blindly emulate them. Don't do that. You are 23, 24 or 24 plus when you write an essay, right? Most of the times. So you have your own personal experience. You are a son or a daughter, you are a student, you are a friend, you are a thinker, you have observed something, you are a member of a group, you are a member of a college, organization, somewhere something you have done in relation to the same thing. For example, if you want to talk about a poverty or something, probably in your college days you have done some philanthropic work, or when you are traveling, you stop near a red signal and you have observed something about poverty, so you can bring in all those things, right? So the more you look about the things in and around you, the better your essays will be, because such kind of introduction, such kind of examples cannot be copied by others, cannot be seen in others copies, so only your essay copies will be fantastic. So what I'm trying to tell you is, essay is an preparation which you will do both, officially, like you're sitting for 3 hours and developing content for essay. At the same time, you see a lot of things in your life. So, for example, TV debates, discussions with your family members, relatives, when everybody is obsessed, about WhatsApp groups and all those things, you are thinking in a different dimension. So why is that? Did education help you? Did UPSC preparation help you? A lot of things can be brought in, right? Again, as I mentioned in the women empowerment example, essence, not the keywords. So the essence is linking women empowerment to nation development, not just women empowerment. So the moment you see a particular keyword, don't jump assuming you know that thing. Knowing the topic and knowing the topic are two different things. Okay, knowing the keyword is one thing, knowing the topic is one more thing. So you have to write 1200 words on the same. So be very careful in jumping into decisions just by keywords, right? Also, you need to have a clear cut understanding on what stand you are going to take, like how women empowerment and nation development will play a huge role, and why women empowerment is the need of the hour. You need to have the clarity of the stand. See, all these things will come with practice, don't get confused, right? And last and one most important thing is, for example, you are a PSIR student, you have seen some essay quote related to IR, international relations, and you immediately decided, okay, in part B I am going to write a IR related answer. It's a good decision, because a lot of quality will be there with you, lot of content will be there, confidence will be there. But the thing is, you should not write it like a PSIR answer. You bring a lot of bias from PSIR, sociology, public administration, economy, or whatever your optional is, right? That biasness should not be there. You should be crystal clear in remembering this particular point. It's not, it's a general essay, right? You have to be very generalistic, you have to bring in dimension. You should not be like a subject specialist in essay. It gets very boring, it gets dry, and it loses the essence of the essay. So make sure when you pick up a topic from your optional background, you are not bringing in lot of optional baggage. Try to keep it as general as possible. Showcase your speciality, showcase your talent, showcase your confidence, but at the same time, that biasness, like heavy tilt towards PSI or language or theories, can be avoided. So I hope this video has given you some clarity. If you have any questions, please message me at on Telegram at Kalyans, or just drop in a comment. Thank you.